Dan Raviv, who's a journalist and a columnist at Newsday and also joins us from Washington, D.C. Welcome to the program. As Yasmin said, were you one of the people that were desperate to see a commercial break?
Yeah, because all the time we, and I think it's true of many Americans who were watching, I'm sure the ratings were very high, by the way, we were cringing like, oh, God, the two men are yelling at each other. Yes, we would have wanted more information, a clearer indication of what his stand is on issues, what his stand is on issues. But instead, it did seem that President Trump decided to do a lot of interrupting to get Joe Biden off his game. And Biden, for more than an hour and a half, pretty much stuck to his game, occasionally turning directly to the camera and telling the American people that he cares about them, about their families, claiming that President Trump doesn't. And Joe Biden got to say that Trump is the worst president we've ever had, as well as telling the president to shut up. There was so much that was unprecedented. All I can tell you is that someone very close to President Trump, and that is a former governor, Chris Christie, who helped Trump prepare for this, he actually criticized his friend Donald Trump for saying that Trump came in too hot. So next time, October 15th and then October 22nd, Trump may tone it down a little. He might, Maria.
And so, we always hear this question after these sort of debates, who won? Can we say that in this case? Because as I heard many US hosts say, what was that? What was that just happened?
Well, to me the question could be ignored. Who won? But I suppose what happened is that some instant pollsters did call their list of phone numbers and ask, did you watch? Who won the debate? And any American citizen would say, well, let me think about that. It was bad, but because CBS News found in a YouGov poll, 48% said Joe Biden won, 41% said Donald Trump was the winner. But indeed, on the other questions, people said that it was annoying. They did not enjoy the debate. And by the way, a lot of liberals, supporters of Biden today, say, let's not have two more debates. This doesn't help anybody. Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure the debates will go ahead. And
on that point you make that this doesn't help anybody, there are lots of people, I'm sure, that are still undecided, those voters out there. What would this have done to them?
Well, polls are indicating, and not just in the last 12 hours, that, in fact, maybe only 4 to 8% of Americans are undecided. That's right, fewer than 1 in 10. But that could make the difference in a lot of states where it's very, very close. So they were watching. They heard Donald Trump be an authentic Donald Trump, who is rude, who interrupts, but absolutely does not concede an inch, not a centimeter, on the things that he believes. And for many, especially if they usually watch the conservative media channels, they got to see Joe Biden, and that's why Biden supporters think it basically was good for him, because you may know the conservatives have been saying that Biden, at age 77, can't even string a few sentences together, but it turns out both men are very able to talk and yell and insult, Maria.
And, on that point about Joe Biden, there had been a lot of criticism about how he would perform, about his stage presence when compared to Donald Trump. What did you make of his performance?
Well, they're very different. I think it did help Biden because he spoke clearly all the time. First, there were none of the famous gaffes where Biden in the past has said something totally wrong that later he basically had to apologize for. This has been true in more than 20 years of his political campaigns. But in this debate, people say, and I agree, no real gaffes. In addition, he always spoke clearly. He was able to take it. He stood there. The debate was more than 90 minutes long. President Trump had suggested that Sleepy Joe isn't strong enough to do it, whereas Trump often has these big rallies. And don't forget, by the way, the rallies themselves were also a subject in the debate. Joe Biden said they are irresponsible because all these Trump supporters are gathered together, not wearing masks, not protecting themselves from COVID. And Donald Trump said, we haven't had any problems at all. Liberals are pointing out that, indeed, some Trump supporters have gotten ill and a few have died, and that's sometimes tracked back to Trump rallies. But Trump does not concede anything. And that's what voters will have to decide. Who do you like? Who's a stronger leader? I don't have to tell you that sometimes the stronger leader is attractive to many voters, especially when the country's in trouble. We have a COVID crisis. More than 207,000 people died in this country. And we have an economic crisis, how to climb back from that.
Dan Raviv, a pleasure to speak to you. Look forward to speaking to you after the next debate. Thank you so much.